for sale or rent. Room to buy, 50 cents. First boxcar, na-na-na. Ain't got no cigarette.
Alright, hi.
Smell.
We came to interview Adam Cutler, once critically acclaimed the best at his sport. Adam has been spending the last 20 years in this cheap apartment downtown. So Adam, will you please tell us how you've been the last 20 years?
About as good as I could be, tell you the truth. I've been doing really, really, really good, if you want to know. Just great. Look, I got an amazingly shitty apartment. My girlfriend left me recently, 20 years ago. I got good old paper here to keep me company. That right paper. I shift through cow shit at the local farm, trying to find which cow shit is good and which one's bad to be recycled and used later as fertilizer. I know that sounds real amazing. I don't know, but I'm working on my way up somehow. I was recognized being on top. Things are pretty good, I tell you. Things are pretty good. At the time, Linda and I, we were really happy. When I get different challenges, I take them. I crush the competition. Linda always there by my side. And when I say by my side, I mean everyone knew I was with her, regardless of wherever we went. She's a very she had a lot of things to work out wherever we went. This is what she would do. She would just go on walks. I mean, we would get an invite to a place for couples only. We'd show up there, and then she'd make a joke like, "Sorry guys, I can't be. I really don't want to be around around Adam right now. I hope you don't mind. I'm sorry to be rude. I'm gonna go for a walk." And I'd laugh. She was a kidder. But things would go good. She would go on her long walks, and I'd challenge people right there. I challenged, and I'd win too. It was unstoppable. Oh God, Fred, John, Sarah, Stacy, all of which I do not speak to anymore. Their choice. Again, it's the when you're around someone who's on such a roll at that time too, you automatically, they don't do it on purpose, but they tend to distance themselves from me just because they don't want to interfere with my method and the way I go about things. Back to Linda though, because I can't help but think about those times and think about lovely Linda. She was something else, I tell you. Something else. She had, sarcasm, right? Some people have a very sarcastic way. They'll say something, and of course it means something. It means the opposite of what they're saying. She was known for her sarcasm all the time. Adam, stop it. That's enough. Please get off of me now. I wouldn't. Adam, I'm really angry. All right, it's like this. Not everyone could do what I do. It's like you're facing the greatest pitcher in baseball, and you're the batter, and you win every single time because you're able to anticipate what the pitcher's gonna pitch before he pitches it, so you know what's coming, and I could react to what's coming. For instance, if the pitcher knows that I like a fastball, he's gonna throw a curveball. But knowing that I know he thinks that I'm looking for a curveball, instead he's going to throw a fastball, which is what I like to hit. So when he throws it and that slider comes over the plate, I'm ready to hit it.
So Adam, I hear that you pretty much stay in your home. your friends and family say they haven't been able to get in contact with you for the last 5 years.
Is that so? Well, no reason to leave. I have a lot of stuff to do here. There's always remote controls to fix, batteries to replace, like this snowman creature. You see how it has a dent there? Like, I need to fix that. I'm going to have to blow that dent out somehow. A lot of, I just like to fix up around the house, you know, make it look presentable, make it look nice. I'm working on an album. I play a lot of instruments that I make up people haven't heard of before. I play the snow fiddle. It's a fiddle I made out of snow, and I keep it in the freezer because you can only make it during this winter time, and it makes the noises with Gatorade and chocolate chip cookies combined with the snow fiddle. A very unique sound. I could replicate it with my mouth. I don't want to show it to you in case I'm sure someone might be watching this. They get the idea, and I don't have a patent yet, but basically it gives a very Mowartsian sound, like a like that. And I'm using it to incorporate a whole bunch of, like, basically I'm looking for a new sound. I figure if I could take my skills that I have in competition and combine them to music, I could challenge people in music, which not a lot of people do. I mean, yeah, you have the Grammys where there's different awards for stuff, but I'm talking about challenging, like cage match, Royal Rumble. I challenge you, my snow flute versus your Kalamazoo in a cage, and we'll play the instruments and try to come up with a more powerful tune than the other player. So a lot of people don't understand what I'm doing. They think I'm wasting my time talking nonsense. A few occasions, I had some psychiatrist come by my door the other day who wanted to test me and wanted to bring me to his office. I wouldn't go. You know what it is? I think I think they don't understand the genius that I am. And I don't mean to pat myself on the back, but let's face it, I'm borderline genius. I've tested myself.
Mr. John Gabalgoni, we hear that you're the only person that's really been in contact with Adam for the last 6 months. How is he doing?
Contact? That's like a disease. It's been 15 years. 15 years of hell.
Hell? What are you talking about?
It's the worst imaginable that you could ever have for a tenant. It's the biggest argument against rent control that's ever existed, is this man.
What does he do? He can't be that bad. We just had a conversation with him. Yeah, he's a little quirky and he's a little obsessive, but the worst tenant ever?
Yes. The only thing you hear from him is him screaming about scissors or something. It's like Edward fucking Scissorhands. Makes no sense.
I envy you. You know that? I envy you. Wish I could do that. I tried. That's why my back's out. So when I go to competition, I usually sit down now. I used to stand. Now I'm more of a sitter. But those are the breaks, I guess.
So how has these last 20 years been? You say you just recently broke up with your girlfriend?
Yeah, sure did. Yep, sort of a sore subject. You know, it's not easy, especially when she leaves you. You know. Linda. We had some good times together. That's her name, by the way, Linda. God. I wonder what she's doing now. Anyway, it just, you know what happens? I think we broke up just because she's probably feeling a little insecure about herself. I could be tough to be around because it's like constantly like people feel like they have to step up, like they always have to be winning, always have to be doing good because I give off that air to people.
Have you kept in contact with Linda?
No, same thing for the other reason. I mean, if you love something, you let it go. If it was meant to be, it'll come back to you. If not, then it was never meant to be. And so I guess it was never meant to be. Maybe whatever she's doing, I wish her best. My own guess, she's probably unfortunately, and I hate to say this, but I'm afraid she's probably dead. I can't think of any other reason why she wouldn't try to contact me after all these years. But I've learned to live with that fact that she might be dead and not with us anymore, and I'm okay with it. We had great times. She'll always be in my heart.
I'm Lyndon Ramirez, married to Kiki Ramirez, and for the past few years I've made a living off of knitting pet clothes for celebrities. I don't know if you've heard of 50 Cent's dog 10 Cent. I knitted him a bulletproof vest last week. Shout out to you, 10 Cent. How you doing?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, what I'd like to know is, how are you and your husband doing? How has these last 20 years of marriage been?
You know, they've been good. I always say that the key to success in any marriage is, communicate with your other, and make sure you never go to bed while fighting. Yeah, that's a big one, and it's been going pretty well for the past years.
Do you remember Adam Cutler?
Adam?
Yeah, he told me that a while ago that you guys were a couple. He seems to be very adamant about the
Adam
idea that
Cutler.
you guys were together.
Yeah, whoa. I haven't heard that name in 20 years. That's a long time.
We talk about the big battle between you and Kiki.
Sure.
Well, how did it start?
Was the epic? We did a first one to win 3. He got off to the win 2-0. I let him do that. I get in the head psychology. You think they're gonna win, they get sloppy and lazy. And then I came back, of course, too. And then he cheated, is what happened. Okay, the last one should have gone to me. I don't think it was. It jumped the gun, I guess. He jumped the gun. He cheated. It's plain and simple. He basically cheated, is what he did. He knew what, or should I say he didn't know. He didn't know what I was going to put down, right? Nah, he didn't know. That's why he waited for me to go. Then he went and jumped in. You're not supposed to do that. No referee. You're supposed to go on your own word. I called it.
I'm just interested in knowing how you, the wife of one of these athletes, feels about the whole affair.
What affair?
Well, apparently there was a big squabble between Adam Cutler and Kiki Ramirez. Do you remember any of that? So, word on the street is that you kind of went under after that big epic battle you had with Kiki Ramirez. I'm just wondering, do you guys ever get together anymore? Before you guys were close, weren't you?
Close. Yeah, I guess you could say that. You find out who your real friends are, I guess, when a battle like that happens between me and Kiki, because it turns out that honestly, the guy's a manipulator. He's a cheat. He's probably living the good life somewhere, cheating other people, and he's no good, man. What's the question again? What do you want me to say about this guy? I don't like him. Okay, I would rematch him. If he ever watches this and you want to be in on it, I challenge you to a rematch. I know you received my letters in the mail. Seriously, I haven't heard one response. I think he's scared is what it is. He had luck. I've been sending him letters every single week for the past 20 years. Not one response. Now you tell me who's the crazy one. He's crazy. Crazy. Crazy to think you could get away with only beating me once and that's it. No rematch, nothing. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, Paper? That's right. Yeah, look. That's right.
Yeah, I remember this guy named Adam. Real asshole. Kept on bothering about Linda. Kinda ended the battle over this stupid game of Ro-Shambo. Man was crazy after. I haven't seen the guy for a long time, but he keeps on sending letters every week. So we've just recently done an interview with Linda. She's doing fine. Yes, it seems her and Enrique are married now, and they have a couple kids. They're living actually not so far away from you. All right, Adam. I want to talk about how you first started getting into drugs.
It's hard to pinpoint. No, it's not hard to pinpoint. After that day, things weren't the same. She left me. She started hanging around Kiki more. I stopped going to work. I met some really cool kids on the corner who hooked me up to huffing and puffing and muffing. I started muffing a lot and got addicted to muffing, and it was a vicious cycle. I now live in this apartment. I have a miserable landlord. Basically, how I got into muffing was because of that fateful day when I don't say I lost. Yeah, when I chose not to win on that day, I turned into I started to go down the road that would lead me to muffing.